Hello, I'm Jamie Lidell, and I'm a musician based in Nashville, Tennessee. Man, I guess I started making music relatively late in life. I kind of was noticed at school when I was a wee kid as like someone who could sing. And my mum is a really good singer. So yeah, there's a lot of singing, and I think a lot of singing in the house when I was growing up. I can't really play many instruments. I mean, when I was a kid, I formally studied trombone, which was very random. And I think I'll give the trombone this. Because it's not got fixed positions, I think it gave me a good ear for pitch, because, you know, you really do have to tune and listen. And I've always been really good at that. And I think it stood me in good stead later when I started to do a lot of vocal looping and things that involved a kind of a freedom of pitch in a way. I've definitely put most of my energy into singing and then making machines to use my voice, like using loopers and extended techniques, I suppose. If I had to condense my influences vocally down to a nice package, it would be quite a funky package of Prince, Sly Stone, Stevie Wonder. I mean, there are others, but I think that's a fair trio. I have to use my voice as the forefront of what I'm doing, but I'm also really interested in technology. So it was that kind of soul science combo that started to become my thing, where I was like, I need to use my voice to make improvised music, you know? So I start to do beatbox and like just use the line 6 looper, the green one. So I got more into the sort of theatrics of doing my show, and I like started to wear crazy costumes. And I really like focused on building my own instrument, and I sort of disappeared for a while building a Max MSP looper that was but really like determined like the way my life ran for many years, that looper. When I made the looper, I realized that's a part of my brain I need to value and like give time to. I like to make instruments. I like to make worlds and try to play them and express myself with them. I toured the world with that looper. I got really good at playing that thing. I got so fluent with it. I just would keep that instrument the same. I would not change that instrument. I made it rock solid. I could like do anything on it. It would not crash. You know, I made the software run super well. And I opened for Prince with that. Oh, I opened for James Brown. I've done so much with that looper, you know? And I did a thing with Nigel Godrich and toured with Beck. I opened up for Beck an entire tour. And it's actually from a guy in Beck's band that told me about Soundtoys. He was like, hey man, this Soundtoys stuff is amazing. And I was like, Soundtoys? I'd not heard of it at that time, you know? But yeah, I got hip to that, I think through Echo Boy. That was my, you know, that was the gateway drug. That was the gateway into the world. So I love Decapitator. It's like probably my all-time favorite Soundtoys plugin. And then obviously Double Lock, that became a massive part of my setup. And I still use a vast array of the plugins today, but I would say probably it's Echo Boy, Decapitator, Devil Lock if I had to take 3. And a big thing for me using the Soundtoys plugins was I finally got myself a TDM system. And that was when I was making Multiply. No, it was after Multiply's Gym. So I got one about 2007. And so at that point, it was like, what TDMs are good, you know? So like, it was really crucial to have like Soundtoys stuff, like, and everyone started to get hip to it. It's you know, it is funny sometimes looking around at all this equipment, looking back at all the things that I've done. When I came to Nashville, not wanting to tour and having our son and everything, I did start to think maybe I should do a bit of co-writing, and I had a lot of success with the co-writes. I've got a couple of Grammy nominations from that. I'm not quite sure how I feel about what's next. I know that I'm a lifer in music and I'm always going to be really fascinated with it, and I'm not going to stop even if no one's listening. You know, I'll be happy just to play on my own. And I think really that's what it's about. I think you just make music for the pleasure of it and the love of it. And then if people hear it, great, you know?